Hi everyone, it's Nezgrak Skarsbruch, the Dragonborn wizard who got married to a ghost man. Do you like audiobooks? Do you like fantasy? Do you like closure? Then you'll love Fire Breathing Kittens, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition podcast. There's mystery, action, comedy, and friendship. And in my case, heartbreaking romance with a ghost man. Every episode is a one-shot with a complete plot and satisfying conclusion. So join us on our D&D quests and search for Fire Breathing Kittens podcast for fantasy, action, mystery, and friendship.
Just they never get better than that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks. Welcome to It's Just Bits. We got a lot to talk about. It's the only podcast where gay thoughts lead to Islamic conversions. More on that later.
It can't be the only one that does that.
I think it is the only one. I think it's this and that one scene in American Gods.
Hmm?
Where the taxi driver fucks a genie.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was already gay.
Yeah, so that didn't lead to... No, you start out already gay, and then that makes you a Muslim. That's what we're...
But he was gay and Muslim.
This is a rare combo.
Actually,
feathered and dangerous? You just don't see it nowadays.
A rarely reported combo. Probably
well, I'm
happens a lot.
sure it's about as common as any other.
Yeah.
There's a shitload of stuff that we should be talking that is like of our podcast. Like there's strikes going on.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
the Squid Game. NFTs did a thing recently.
Thank God I'm not in the country who made Squid Games, just the country that it's about.
I do like that we're absolutely spoilers for Squid Game, and probably Midnight Mass too. But
Spoilers for life in general, really.
yeah, this is if you're younger than us, this is how it goes.
Bad.
And if you're older than us, let us know. We won't listen. It's the age-old cats in the cradle, man.
No, there's a better example. Wish that I knew what I know now.
When I was younger. What is that song?
I don't
Is that Joe Walsh?
No.
It's not?
It's the Beatles.
But it's Beatles with two E's.
No, it's a random one-hit wonder like Boss Skaggs.
Are you sure? I really feel like it's Joe Walsh. I don't know why I feel like it's Joe Walsh. Though.
I think they mentioned the word eagle in there at some point, so that's probably why.
Could be it. So on Squid Game, yeah, it's very funny to me that all of the pieces of shit were American, basically.
What you mean?
All the bad guys, or the cabal of rich people that are like,
oh yeah,
what rich people literally like. My favorite part is Squid Game at a certain point stops being an allegory and becomes a documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like what they're making them do in these games. That's an allegory for capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
Disgusting old men in animal masks demanding to fuck waiters. Mm-hmm. That literally happens. Exactly like that. Currently,
let me tell you, usually the guy isn't an undercover cop with a gun.
No, normally what happens in real life is that dude gets that blowjob.
Uh-huh. And even if he is an undercover cop with a gun, he ends up dead after blowing the guy.
Yes. Instead of alive at the end, I guess.
No, he died.
Did he?
Yeah,
he got shot, but wasn't there a scene where he was like back?
Was there?
I thought so. When he was talking to his brother, whose name, by the way, is In Ho. Sorry to be racially insensitive, but his name is In Ho.
I'm not sorry. I liked that the subtitles and what they were saying was
not correlated at all.
Close.
The absolutely the worst character in that show, worse even than the demonic rich people.
Crazy bitch.
The crazy bitch, yeah. Mm-hmm. When she kept saying babe, but the subtitles said old man.
Yeah,
very strange.
I really didn't like that character. But
she was the worst.
But people who speak Korean and are on TikTok are like, she's just bad. She's not a phenomenal character, but she's better in Korean. I'm like, that makes sense.
I know that voice actress was really went for it.
Mm-hmm.
And that probably didn't quite need to.
Mm-hmm. It's like, her eyes look crazy. Let's make her insane.
I mean, what she did as a character was annoying.
I don't know if anything she did as a character was that crazy.
Well, I wasn't. She's just annoying.
Oh, yeah.
That's mainly it.
I think the Korean actor probably played it like an annoying person, but then the voice actor was like, well.
Well, you know how Asians are. I feel like there were a couple of voice actors that had to be told, like, this is not a parody of Asians.
We're just doing racist Chinese white people who speak Korean doing it.
just like, okay, now, once again, first of all, it's racist. Second of all, you're not the actor. You're just the voice actor.
Mm-hmm.
Stop making slant eyes with your fingers every time you do the voice.
And also, if we're already dubbing it into English, they wouldn't have an accent. They
No,
just wouldn't.
it's just- The one guy, well, the Pakistani guy would have an accent.
A Pakistani accent.
Yeah, which he did in the dub, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit.
I wonder if they did that in Korean too. Like if that guy spoke Korean with a Pakistani accent, which what the fuck does that even sound like?
Well, the thing that fucked me up is if you were to actually, how the accents would go, because there was a few characters right off the bat who did have a Korean accent. I was like, they wouldn't have an accent. That doesn't make sense. And then I realized it's like, oh, the voice actor just has
The
an
voice
accent.
actor probably just has a Korean accent.
I'm like, oh, wow, I'm dumb.
But hey, what the fuck was up with that? Was supposed to be his younger brother, right? The cop's younger brother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well the guy that played the younger brother is 50 and owns a company. I'm pretty sure.
What?
And the cop, when the guy takes his mask off and he's like, "Oh my god, it's my brother in a bitch," and
Right.
that guy looks like 50 and the cop looks about 14.
Yeah, I know, right?
Very strange. I don't know if that was purposeful. I don't think it was.
Did you watch any of the YouTube videos of like the cool shit that you missed in it?
I saw a couple. I got it spoiled that the old man was in on it.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, because there was stuff like, I saw a TikTok where they were like, look, he doesn't have locks on his hands in the tug of war. And I was like, oh, so the old man like runs the
Oh,
stuff.
he doesn't?
Yeah, in the tug of war, he has manacles, but they're not locked.
What?
So he could dip.
He could walk.
I don't.
How would he play that off? I guess he wouldn't. I guess after his team loses a tug of war, but he doesn't, he'd just be like, okay. See ya.
You feel like I was one of the guys. I'm leaving now. I was never in danger. Get fucked. Poor people.
I mean, honestly, that's probably because what are they gonna do? Leave?
Right, yeah, no.
You've lost your opportunity to kill him already. And also, the marble thing fucked me up because it was like, okay, this dude is. I mean, when I was watching the scene, the idea I got was this dude is pretending to be extra Alzheimer's-y to kindly give the other guy his marbles, and then later he was like, "You tricked me," and I'm like, "You did."
But you also tricked me by pretending to be trickable.
No, I don't even think he was pretending to be trickable. I thought the way I read the scene was that he knew he was giving him the marbles. He was just like giving an excuse to do it. I don't think he was like trying to pull a fast one on him.
But what would be the point? I still don't understand. I watched the whole thing knowing that the old guy probably had some shit going on with him. But
Yeah.
the whole time I was like, what is your goal here, dude?
Yeah, right.
I don't understand the old man's. I get the feeling alive playing the game, whatever. But his whole deal with the marbles, is very strange to me.
Very, very
I
strange.
think it's probably because Koreans aren't like us and culture shouldn't
That's
mix.
beautiful.
It's probably the lesson there. Well, man.
There's a guy with a mustache tan line that you should really meet.
What?
A mustache tan line. A
I know.
Hitler mustache tan line.
Ooh.
Implying.
He recently stopped being racist? A mustache tan line? I still don't get it.
The joke was you'd like Hitler.
I understand that was the joke. No, I don't understand how we got there. I'm sorry.
You said races shouldn't mix 2 seconds ago.
I did.
Wow, take that out of
Hitler liked
context.
it. Hitler. Don't isolate that. Hitler liked it when races
Welcome back
mixed.
to our podcast.
He recruited
Don't
Muslims.
isolate that.
Yeah, that's our catchphrase. You can isolate. Don't isolate that. But don't isolate that. Any discrete sentence that any of us has ever said is just horrific.
No, hey,
Batteries.
I'm dumb.
I figured they weren't open. I didn't want to open them. You're dumb because I was the first one to realize that this thing can be powered with a cord.
It's one of the reasons I'm dumb, yeah.
Well, I would say that's more of evidence, but you wouldn't understand the difference because you're dumb.
And I don't.
Sounds nice. That doesn't. I still know calculus. It's not.
Why? That sounds awful.
I don't know. I'm not trying to remember it, but every once in a while I'll be like, oh yeah, f of x plus h minus f of x over h, you know.
Yeah.
It's what a derivative is.
That's how you keep from coming when you're banging.
Actually, never tried that one. Maybe that. It's actually that might be it. Try to remember what complementary and supplementary angles are.
But what you don't want to happen is you're trying to use that to stop you from coming, and you bust immediately, and you're like, oh,
that's not great.
Oh no. Oh God, I'm hard right now. That's not good.
It's a terrible way to discover a fetish.
Achievement unlocked. You're into that. Damn.
Oh, God damn it. It's more of a resigned, goddammit, like, damn it. I knew it was going to be something else weird.
Your TikTok.
I don't know. I think.
Well, I'm being indoctrinated into being into stuff because so every time I see a jacked chick acting relatively slutty on TikTok, I send it to Tyler because I know he's into that. So now my TikTok has been recommending more and more of them, and I'm like, maybe I should stop sending these to Tyler because eventually, just by exposure,
it's gonna be your thing.
Yeah. I don't know
those videos don't make me horny because they just make me like, I should start going to the gym. I really.
I don't want her to be able to lift more than me.
I just want to be able to lift something.
Yeah.
Now, did you know that you can attain a fetish by joking about it too much?
What?
If you keep going, if you like joke about a fetish a lot. Oh man, I love piss. Now I do love piss.
Who peer reviewed this study?
I saw it on TikTok. So.
Okay.
Hey, I know about sexual hang-ups. I'm Catholic. Segue to midnight mass, baby. Which you have not seen.
I had a good story.
Oh, well, tell the story. I don't care.
Speaking of misinformation and how it affects you, there was a guy at the doctor's office I was at the other day who was just reading Fox News headlines aloud to his wife, and I was like,
that is psychotic.
Look up any of these, dude. I was literally just sitting there like biting my tongue, like just look one up because one of them. But
does she enjoy that?
She didn't say much. So
well, she's probably
let
not
that
allowed.
inform your decision. But I was like, dude, because they were all like bullshit, but the most egregious one was school cancels Halloween parade because it marginalizes minority students. And I'm like, if you read, because he just read the headline, and then I watched him go to the next one. And what
are the minorities? Baptists?
If you read the article, your opinion would immediately change. Like, if he had taken a second to read a little bit into it, be like, oh, that was just a bullshit headline. Okay, move on. But instead, he read the headline. He repeated it to his wife, and then I watched him itemize that into shit that is true in his fucking head. And
they canceled Halloween because of minorities.
Yeah. And then move on like nothing terrible just happened. And he did that like 8 different times. There was one fucking headline that I remember that he said was fucking mother of 3 kills children, and I'm like, okay, that one's real.
But which children?
No,
if they're hers, you can't be mad.
No. But I'm like, okay, well, that's a real headline. If you read that, it would give you what is promised in the headline, but it's a shocking fucking thing. And when you read that thing that's for sure true, and you don't have to fact check it, and treat it the same as all of this other shit that, maybe I should dive deeper into.
Well, there is. No one knows. There's no truth anymore. I have fallen into the trap of being like, well, you can't trust the government, so it's like, well, that doesn't mean anything else is necessarily true.
You could trust the world governments. I trust them.
I don't know. The UN's probably bad.
If there's a universal consensus on some shit, then I'm like, oh, okay. Like the vaccine. I'm like, all right.
That's the trap.
Is the universal decision on what to do about Nazis during Nazi times. I might not have agreed about that because it seems like they went in a little late on that one.
Took you a bit to get there.
But other than, like, there are some shit that it's like, oh, okay, the UN has a reason to drag their feet on this one. But for most things, I think it's if the World Health Organization agrees on it, yeah. If the UN agrees on it, okay. I'll levy that a little higher.
But stuff like, so they did the Tuskegee experiments and tried to get MLK to kill himself.
But that was America, which we know is bad.
No, it was the Squid Game guys.
Nice.
This is 100% true, by the way. The Squid Game guys. Fucking Grenada was their idea. The Cuban Missile Crisis was their idea. Mm-hmm. Elon Musk is one of them.
They set it all up just so that they could have this awesome show.
Grimes,
you know what?
That's
Worth
how
it.
Grimes met him. Grimes was in the Squid Game, and he was like, I want that one. I want to take it home.
Yeah, you could probably do that, honestly, in the Squid Games. If you were like, number 69.
By the way, number 69 was the wife guy. I found that very funny.
And she was like 70 or 68 or whatever.
Yeah, and then she died.
Nice.
I was surprised when they had, like, you pair up and then one of you has to die. I was surprised that one of them went through with it.
Yeah, I know, right?
And what do you
Just both die.
Would you like to both die, or would you like to briefly live with the guilt of killing your wife and then die?
Shuffle.
I think if you had thought like 3 hours ahead on that one, could have saved yourself some trouble.
Yeah, fucking. I don't get that.
Man, fucking Sang Woo. What was the guy's name?
The
The guy with the
character?
glasses that was an absolute bastard.
Oh, the intelligent guy?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
whatever his name was. Fuck that guy.
How did it end again? I forget.
What? How did the game end?
Yeah, because he was like, I forfeit. And then, and then he was
And then he
like,
killed himself.
no, you don't. And
I'm
then
already
the dude
dead.
never touched the money. But the good ending to that is to be like, oh, no, I never touched the money until I'm going to use it for vengeance now. And I'm like, damn.
No, the end of that is so. He should have just gone. He should have gotten on the plane to go hang out with his daughter, and instead he's going to ruin his life as a revolutionary. What are your opinions of Squid Game, Kylie?
She didn't finish it.
In the end, Chiba was behind it.
I mean, honestly, yeah. It's an Asian
I don't
person who wants
understand all the
everybody
hype.
to die.
Like, it seems like another movie that is exactly like that.
What?
You know what I mean? Like, I don't get why it's so hyped up.
Old boy?
Like, why are people so obsessed with it? I get it's a good show and everything, but, like, why is the whole world obsessed with it?
I don't know. I think it caught on because everyone feels like that all the time now. Because it's a metaphor for our lives.
Oh.
That's my thought. I just didn't get the hype.
I honestly, I thought it was good. It's not. I don't understand why it's the biggest, unless it's just that everyone's
get
like,
it.
yeah, that's how my life is.
Late stage capitalism, phenomenal piece of media to come out of Korea. If it's big in Korea, then once it gets across other borders, then they're like, oh my god, this is like a Korean flick. That's actually really good. That's cool.
It is. That's why we
like
think
that.
foreign films are good, by the way, because we only get the good ones.
Yeah, no.
It's the same reason people are like, music used to be better. No, they only replay the shit that was good.
Yeah.
Right now, we're still filtering through the shit we just wrote.
Yeah. There's a filter that's called time.
Right.
If you ever heard of it. That really weeds out the weak.
It's everything
Almost
used to be as
evolutionary.
shitty as it is now. Well, I mean, other stuff. Certain things are getting worse. Speaking
As a
of
white man, everything used to be way better.
which is why I'm turning Catholic again, because
Midnight
it is
Mass.
true that we used to live in a world worth living in, and then we listened to a snake, because bitches be listening to snakes.
These are things we actually believe.
No, I was going to be Catholic again, but then the hot sheriff is very devout Muslim, so I have to convert
Be
to
Muslim.
Islam. Which,
'cause devout
full
Muslims,
circle, that's how gay thoughts make you a Muslim.
Yeah, because devout Muslims traditionally fuck gay Christians, gay white Christians.
This one would.
Oh yeah, he's in other stuff too.
He is. He's in iZombie. He was on Funhouse. Raul Coley is the name of the guy.
iZombie
But I
or
didn't
something, yeah.
care about it until he was in this show.
Daddy, we're going to CG's after this. If you want to come,
What now?
we're going to CG's after
What's
this.
CGI?
CG's the comedy club.
I see. Well, maybe. I work early, but maybe. I have to finish Midnight Mass.
Yeah, it's
I'm annoyed that
the
I'm not
show
watching it
starts
now.
at 7:30, so it's not like we'll be up late.
Well, maybe.
And then we'll probably be back around like 9:30.
These people don't care.
I've run I'm pretty fucking. I just switched medications and work's been fucking my ass. So I'm like,
You seem
you're
mellow.
getting what you're getting, folks.
All right, fine.
could
I'll
just
bring
deal
some
with
energy.
that.
NFTs. It's hilarious that a bunch of people just got scammed. Did you hear about these?
Oh, what? How did they get scammed?
Basically, someone took the money and run. They were.
Oh shit.
They were.
bro.
I mean, they were like, "Here, buy this NFT, which is a shitty picture of a monkey.
Yeah.
It's several $1,000s." And then what I actually don't understand is how that was the scam already. You got
Yeah.
scammed because you paid $1,000
And then
for
they
a
doubled
JPEG.
down. Yeah, but it's It's the only JPEG of its kind that'll ever be blah, blah, blah,
No, it's
blah,
not.
whatever. No, that's what a non-fungible token
But
is.
a non-fungible token isn't the JPEG. It's just I think it's literally just a string of characters that's unique. That's what's unique.
That is patented, that specific.
And then they attach it to a JPEG. So you can just right-click Save As, and now you have an identical JPEG. It just doesn't have the non-fungible token next to it. So your JPEG isn't worth several $1,000s. But their JPEG is because it's attached. It's got this thing attached.
So they were selling the JPEG, pretty much.
Yeah.
And people were buying it because they don't really get how non-fungible tokens work.
Yeah. I think. I don't think anyone does to get how they work.
Well, no, they get it because it's like, you own the rights to this. You're essentially buying property rights. You're buying property online. Come to think of it, you're buying property online is what you're doing.
We are no longer, like, it's so abstract. It's no longer like, we're not attaching virtual value to a real thing. It's all virtual. So none of it's real.
We're attaching virtual value to a virtual thing.
Yes.
You remember
it used to be like, you used to have a deed to a house, and the deed was just a piece of paper, but it did refer to the house.
But now
you
have a deed to a deed.
You have a deed to a deed, which, by the way, I can put in a copier and have the same deed now.
But it's not the real deed.
Yeah, but there's
but
no
who
difference.
gives a shit? Yeah, NFTs, they do make sense in certain situations when it's like criminal activities. It makes sense. Placing in the same way that Bitcoin does, placing value on something online that can be traded and
to do crimes with it. Yes.
Yeah, but there's also like,
I mean,
there are some other reasons that I don't understand that there is a value for NFTs.
I don't,
but the
know that there
hype
is.
behind them is 99% complete fucking
I don't know that
bullshit.
there's any point to them.
Well,
I don't fully understand what they are. Again, no one does.
yeah.
If someone says they do, don't buy anything from them. They're trying to sell you a bridge, except they're not even pretending that they own a bridge.
Yeah, no, there's not a limited number of NFTs either. It's a limitless.
The limit comes from the fact that one picture gets the one NFT.
Yeah, but I could make a picture
and
then
make it
an
an
NFT.
It costs a bunch of money to do that. But yes.
But the problem is that it's limitless. So it's like, yeah, you could buy an NFT. I mean, how much does it cost to build your own? It can't be that much.
It is a lot, I think. Because artists have had to, like, invest money in getting something trade to be an NFT, and so that they can make money off of it later.
Oh.
I don't know.
I guess it's pretty much IP. I mean, Maheen's coming tonight, so maybe we'll talk about intellectual property rights with her and figure out, get to the bottom of this.
I'm just going to get mad.
Yeah, no, it's pretty dumb.
Because intellectual property is...
Well,
it's so bad.
Thank the Lord that you're free with modification at least exists, because that's the fucking minimum of
we had to make up a thing where we're like, well, we will acknowledge the fact that everything is actually stolen intellectual property.
Yeah. Everything's derivative, which is why derivative isn't an insult. It's just me. You're derivative.
Yeah, no, it's
of
f of x plus h
Michelangelo.
minus f of x over h.
You're derivative.
I'm hard again.
You're derivative of Michelangelo. Yes, I did like him and study him as a painter.
That is correct. Well, it's like, yeah, no, if intellectual property were a real thing, Daft Punk wouldn't exist.
Oh yeah.
Every Daft Punk song is
It's
just
a Casio
slowed down.
keyboard.
It's slowed down trumpets from a different song.
Yeah.
It's cool. I like how they slowed down the trumpets, but that's all it was.
They did a good job of slowing down them trumpets.
They did. I couldn't do it that good.
Yeah. Or that often.
And that's why they got to be on television, I guess. I'm sure they were on TV at some point.
I can't keep up with the DP and these kids nowadays. They're DP.
All these kids love the DP now.
Actually, I think now that we're getting older, kids don't like DPing as much.
I now don't know if we're talking about double penetration or Daft Punk.
Well, you know how like when you meet a kid and you're like trying to get him,
and you're like,
get him to do what you want.
What kind of weird shit are you into, kid?
Like combing, grooming. And you do that by insulting their intelligence by saying they don't know who the Eagles are. Well, now it's Daft Punk.
Right. That's how you used to. That's how you used to get a 17-year-old to agree to fuck you when she turned 17. Is you'd be like, I bet you don't know about the Eagles.
The Eagles.
And then she'd be like,
status. Then
I want your approval about.
The reason I know
Hotel California.
Well, I would like to take a moment real quick, and the reason I know that how grooming works is because of TikTok. I swear to God.
It may be because of TikTok. Yeah.
There's somebody came onto TikTok and was like, blah 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 blah. They pretty much like told their story And I'm like, yes, that's happened to me. And then they're like, the therapist's response was like, you were groomed. And I'm like, oh.
Ooh. Oof. Won't worry about that later. I think I found out about it because of Drake. Because
What?
Drake is clearly gearing up to fuck the Stranger Things girl.
What?
Oh, yeah. They hang out
Take
a
it
lot.
from the top. Take it from the
Dra-
top.
they hang out a lot. This has been going on for years. They hang out
I know
a lot.
nothing
And
of it.
a lot of people were like, man, Drake sure is way older than that child. That's strange. And then, like, there's a song where he says, I forget what date it is, but, like, if her birthday was November 18th, like, November 18th, that's the day of the glow up. So he's like, when it becomes legal.
Was in a song.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's pretty openly grooming her.
Well, good thing there's no laws against that. Because there literally
But there
aren't.
There aren't.
Which is great. It's
I did see someone like-
No, I didn't have sex with her when she was 16.
I just convinced her to have sex with me when she was 16.
emotionally fucked her
Right.
from 16 to 18. So she pretty much didn't have a choice by the time she turned 18.
Yeah, you know how colleges do with loans? I did that, but with basically rape.
We've been trying to reach you as you're eligible for rate reduction. I don't even have loans anymore.
I paid off one of my student loans.
Nice.
I still owe many thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I paid off half my student loans and it still doesn't feel good.
It's not. It's just
Working like a dog for the
awful.
boss man does help with student loans, though. I will say that.
It does, but it still should. Speaking of the hell that we live in, good,
Which part?
good John Deere, good John Deere.
What'd John Deere do?
Well, the company's bad, but the
Oh.
workers are striking.
Oh, nice. Yeah, who the fuck? Everybody's striking.
Everyone's
right now.
striking right now. It's great.
Good.
It's great. Well, it's striking because like the cost of labor went up because people's lives became an iota less precarious and dangerous.
Yeah.
And it turns out if you're not literally going to die if you don't, no one will work at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Or Burger King.
Yeah.
And employers were like, we're not going to pay them more, so I guess we're just not going to do stuff.
And it does not affect their bottom line because 99% of companies don't actually have any stake in the fucking company. Like
I
McDonald's.
think John Deere is actually fucked.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, good. I'm glad that there are still some companies, unlike McDonald's, where McDonald's is just like, oh yeah, every McDonald's, like a good portion of McDonald's can stop existing.
And McDonald's is fine.
We're gonna be fine because we are we charge rent. We don't.
Well, I mean, if you and
Yeah.
the whole thing with wages is if you wanted like the idea that the free market is a competition and you do well in it by providing good products. No, that's not.
Nope.
Clearly not. These businesses are very entrenched.
Just remember, you're not immune to propaganda.
I have my phone background from a long time was that with Garfield's face.
That's awesome.
And then it was remember you are not immune to iocane powder.
Nice.
And it was
I
Carrie
remember
Ellis's face. And now it's a barn in the fall because with every year I age, I become a white girl.
You age 5 more years.
I aged 5 years at a time, yes. And I am like I expect to like rosé by 30. The route I'm going.
so sugary.
I know, but I don't like it now. But I see myself doing a lot of white girl shit.
I get that.
I like coffee now.
Oh my
I
God.
found a guy with a beard in a TV show that I think is really hot, which women do that all the time.
all the time. Jim from The Office.
He doesn't have a beard, but
He does in Quiet Place.
I suppose he does. I haven't seen anything since The Office because John Krasinski annoys me.
I like him.
Yeah,
in The
but
Quiet Place.
He
not The
keeps
Office.
going like, man, I love the CIA.
Oh yeah, he does suck the government.
He
stick
does
a bunch.
love the CIA,
Ooh.
which is such a weird
We take.
guy to be. Who likes the CIA? The CIA doesn't like the CIA.
Castro in like a love-hate sort of way. I'm guessing.
I think because Castro.
I love to hate the CIA.
Castro did famously fuck CIA assets that were sent to kill him.
Nice.
Because Castro is cooler than you.
It's called a honeypot, but it does not have any effect on you if you own the fucking country.
Or if you're apparently good enough at fucking to, like, de-propagandize some woman that works for the CIA. I think there is, I can't remember what it was, but there's a woman that's like, I was gonna give you this exploding cigar, but you just exploded my pussy, so I feel bad about that.
I would like to fact check that one. I'd like to state right now, fact check that one, but now continue as if it was true because it's very funny.
I don't know if this is totally true. There's an inkling somewhere of truth here.
Oh no.
Castro fucked and the CIA did try to kill him are certainly true.
Essentially, what I was saying is,
Don't be Fox News
independent
guy.
listeners at home, fact check that. but now bits. My guess is that because the only women that go into the CIA are Mexican single mothers of two and very white, very Republican blonde women. So my guess it was a very white, very Republican blonde woman who had never got her pussy eaten in Louisiana.
Or she did by
that.
like a Mormon CIA analyst.
Yeah. So whatever was going on sexually wasn't great, and Fidel Castro didn't exactly have. He had experience, let's just say. So
Fidel
it's like
Castro
going from fucking your priest to fucking Mick Jagger. There's gonna be
You're gonna like it.
Yeah, it's gonna be way better, let me tell you. It's gonna heal some stuff inside of you.
This is way better than soaking.
Yeah, honestly, probably what she was thinking when it happened.
Oh man, him moving himself instead of having his roommate jump on the bed is right. It's way better.
Wait a second, you're saying we're gonna have sex and I'm not gonna have to have a kid in 9 months after that? That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, we have a lot of free contraception in Cuba because it's a better country than the U.S.
Well, it was. Now the U.S. has ruined it.
Now it's arguable. It used to be no fucking doubt. Now it's arguable.
Embargo the absolute cock out of you. Anymore.
This is what's going to get me in
That is
actual
so funny.
trouble.
It's a free country. You can do. It's a free country. You can do what you want. But what about other countries when they have differing political and ideological
they
beliefs
can't do what they want
than us? Well, obviously, we'll nuke our own allies if they ever even trade with those people. It's like, one more time?
No, we're gonna literally kill you if you're nice to Cuba.
God, my crazy ex-girlfriend is a great allegory for America. I don't know if you know, but that was originally written about was an allegory for America. I'm lying.
The show Crazy Ex-Girlfriend?
I'm lying.
I didn't know if you were talking about the television show or your actual ex-girlfriend.
No, the television show. But still, lying.
I don't like that the guy got sober. That's my main complaint about that show.
Well,
It's my main complaint
sober
about
people are
Midnight
the
Mass,
worst.
too. Yeah, you should.
You don't have to
Hey,
get
if you're
sober.
sober, come on, do it.
Just knock
That
it
may
down.
be one of the worst things, actually, we've said.
Chronic binge drink. What the hell's wrong with you? Don't get sober.
Fine. It's fine.
Just get fucking obliterated once a month. Get your shit together.
Just don't drive. I think that's like
Also that.
move somewhere where there's lots of trains.
It's like,
Don't get clean. Move to the city.
Yeah, no. Everybody bitches about like you gotta give your alcohol's ruining your life. It's like it's called self-control. Just cut back. And if you need to cut back to zero, cut back to zero. Do that shit. But
Yeah, but I mean,
quit
alcohol's
being
not
a
ruin your life.
pussy alcoholics.
Just give in. Which is what Midnight Mass is about.
Just do it.
It compares alcoholism to being a vampire, which makes me seem cooler.
Way cooler. Oh, daddy.
No, I'm Catholic again now.
Daddy.
God's not real, but they were right about the rest of it. So.
I'm in port 1. Isn't that one like the shitty one?
Is it?
I don't remember. Is it working?
It's got levels.
Okay. Well then, let's
Turn it
say
up
it's
slightly.
not. I don't know if the volume was the issue. I think that the issue was.
It was actually low, but
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we release an episode.
I don't know.
Doug, 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 Doug,
Shiva.
Doug, 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 Doug.
Dog.
In the morning, in the evening,
Also,
Doug.
dog. Oh, you're doing Beastie Boys. I didn't just now got that.
Whoa!
Wait, did you not?
No, that you just now got.
Yeah, I
it.
didn't- And in a
Man.
bathroom.
Dogs.
That's all I really want is dogs.
Dogs.
Well, now,
Dogs,
all right, now it's
dogs.
now it's a guy that wants to fuck a dog.
Dogs. Yeah, that doesn't fit with the theme of our podcast at all. Dogs.
Mike D stands for Mike Dogfucker. He's not the dead one, is he?
Doesn't matter. Are we all of a sudden going to start respecting the dead? Come on.
Yeah, we respect Ned Beatty, who played the Gimp in... By the way, Senjin texted me the other day. He didn't realize... I kept mentioning how I had convinced him that was true, and he was still convinced, as I was talking about how I had convinced him that Ned Beatty played the Gimp.
Funny. He told me about that. He's like, yeah, I hit him up because I just remembered that that's a lie. I think he just goes through cycles every once in a while where he's like, oh, yeah, that's wrong. Which I get.
Which not like, Ned Beatty played Rudy's dad in Rudy.
Stop
You
it.
don't know if that's true.
I don't trust you about anything you say about Ned Beatty.
Ned Beatty, my meaty.
Hey, Lunchables Ned Beatty. Yeah.
Lunchables Ned Beatty.
I don't know. I
I
just
don't
said
get it.
put things in a string of words, man. I'm pretty fucking gassed.
Lunchables Ned Beatty. So
Oh my
it's
God.
like if... So it's like if you were made to squeal like a pig to get a Lunchable, I guess?
It's a pork-based Lunchable.
Hey, that's what it is.
No, dude, I've been running on fucking straight up empty for the past
Digital
week.
started being real work, apparently, which is...
Well, there's a reason that it's real work that I'll have to explain off the podcast, but it's a sexual reason. No, it's just poor time management skills mostly.
I'm so horny for all these coaches that I can't focus on the work.
No, it's 90% switching. Switching medication took my gas gauge from 3/4 full, starting every day, which still isn't phenomenal. I'd love to start at full.
Now you're over 20.
But now it starts at a quarter tank every day.
Nice.
So it's like, ugh, God.
What medication?
The antidepressant. I just switched from bupropion.
Oh, yeah, don't.
What?
Take the same one forever, or don't.
No, the whatever the medication I was just on that I can't pronounce just made me mad all the time.
That's different than sad.
Yes, that's the thing with antidepressants. It's like, well, you won't be sad, you'll be something else.
There's
though.
something like your dick will no longer work, or it will, but you can't bust. But,
Which, a little bit of a blessing, a little bit of a curse.
well, yeah, you know what's great for depression? Orgasms. So. Basically, I'm asking you, sir, do you think you're going to fuck enough for that to fix you? or are you down bad and I do need to give you sertraline?
Okay, the reason that suicidal thoughts is a side effect of this is because your dick will not work. No, I haven't had that side effect yet. Whatever the opposite of knock on wood is. So I want it to happen is the joke.
The not being able to...
Yeah. Not being able...
It doesn't make it harder. It just makes it not.
Yeah, I know.
It's not... All right.
Yeah, fuck like a goddamn machine.
I don't know. I guess if you have that fetish, that's great.
It's not...
Start joking about that fetish.
It's not so much a fetish as a way of life.
No, okay. No, now you're talking about like the ones where they dress up as ponies.
I'm looking at the fish. You mean MLP?
No. That's a different bad thing.
What?
It's not bad. I was talking about the ones where they like put a horse mask on and pull someone around in a cart.
Indoors or outdoors?
Oh, outdoors. At a meetup. I've seen these things.
Hell yeah. Well, yeah.
Through the eyes of a horse mask, of course.
And looking back.
There is some stuff.
I've seen these things. I've looked in a mirror.
There are certain things where I'm like, I don't understand why you're doing this if you're not hot. Like
what?
It's just don't you realize? Aren't you self-conscious, sir? That's the thing.
Real quick. You don't have to be hot to fuck.
No, I'm not talking about fucking. I'm talking about interesting fucking.
Oh, that's a weird way to say kink.
It's I know. That's my kink is finding interesting ways to talk about stuff.
No, especially if you're a guy. Guys who are listening to this podcast while building a bomb. You don't have to be hot to fuck. You
actually can fuck. Put the pliers down.
Yeah. You don't have to be hot to fuck. If you're a dude, work on your personality more. 9 times out of 10, just be more confident, buddy.
There is something you're doing wrong that you could fix. I don't know what it is about you.
I mean, go to the gym. It won't fucking hurt. But the reason it won't hurt is probably because it'll help your confidence going to the gym.
Right.
Or, you know,
here's
more,
the thing.
I don't know, whatever you're not confident about.
If you're thinking about going Kaczynski, get laid first,
Ted
and then
Kaczynski?
if you still want a Kaczynski, then you can. It's like if you're mad at someone, write a letter to them, and if you're still mad at the end of the letter, then you can send the letter, but you never are. If you think you should do a mass shooting or bomb a hospital, get laid first, and then if you still want to bomb a hospital, then it's...
I don't care what people say.
But you won't want to bomb a hospital.
Prostitutes count. Prostitutes absolutely count. If you're poor, that sucks.
All right,
still.
this podcast is the Eagles now, again. Because
if you're about to mass shoot
if it's between
place,
mass shooting or a prostitute, get the prostitute, obviously.
I thought you supported sex workers. Oh, just emotionally, not financially?
Not financially.
You monster.
It makes me feel icky.
Well, hand an 18-year-old boy who is wearing a trench coat that has the vague outline of a Beretta underneath it and is about to walk into Batman.
Here.
And hand him $350 and a girl.
Should I... I'm going to hand him $350 and point him to a I'm not just going to be like, ma'am, please ma'am, this boy's about to commit an atrocity. Please fuck him for $350.
I mean,
Put your pussy lips on live. I'll give you $1,000.
Oh my God, we should make that a charity. Instead of like, the gun
Instead
drive,
of like feeding children or whatever.
instead of like Meals on Wheels, it's hookers for mass shooters, I guess.
Yeah. No, there's a pun name we can come up with, and we
Yeah,
can't move
hang on.
along until we come
absolutely.
up with it.
Well, I was gonna say hookers for bookers because bookers feels like the name of a mass shooter if you were English. Hey, what's that booker over there doing?
Shooting us. Oh, tallywhacker. It's all right. It was only a
What's
musket.
all this then?
Oh, he's shot a bing bong right through all these 50 kitty witties. Boy, mate. Put mass shooting. I did a British accent around Neil the other day. He got mad at me.
Really?
Slightly. I did an Australian one and he felt better. No, it should be wench throats for trench coats.
Nice.
That's the name of our.
That's a good one. All right. We got more. We got more.
What can we rhyme with Columbine? That's the name of this episode, by the way. Rhymes with
Whores
Columbine.
for people who are way too into the doors.
I think if you're way too into the doors, you're probably not going to do a mass shooting.
Yeah, you're gonna do a heroin mass shooting.
You may like
Just
you may give a woman drugs and semi-consensually have sex with her, which is a different issue,
long
which
as you
is
pay
still
her, it's
solved with
cool.
hookers. So actually, this is just a different charity.
Yeah. Whores for people who are way too into the doors is about somebody who's about to commit a mass shooting, but of heroin needles. So he's about
there
to
you go.
fill a Tommy gun with heroin needles. Just go to a preschool.
You all love heroin now. Put on Break On Through to the Other Side. You love it now. Or it could be a guy that has
Oh my God.
whatever Sirhan had.
Remember when, because I'm in a bad mood, so this podcast is going to be as dark as we've ever gotten. Remember how we were talking about grooming earlier? Drake's got to be like, oh, you don't, because Drake is old enough to be the guy who's talking to a 16-year-old girl and being like, oh, you don't like the Eagles? I'm better than you. So he shoots her up with heroin. It's like, now you'll love my first album.
Or Drake is like, yeah, he's talking about his own music.
It's funny because he's a bad guy. So,
But the funny thing about Drake is he's like Charlie Chaplin was funny enough to be a pedophile. Drake is not. Drake is not good
Chaplin
enough.
was a bit of a...
Yeah, Charlie Chaplin did some kitty fiddling.
The guy who got Britain through World War II was a
I swear to God,
pedophile?
he's American. But
What?
you're thinking of Winston Churchill.
That was the joke.
All right.
I couldn't
See,
think of
the
his
reason that
name.
wasn't funny to me is because I already believe everyone on that island except for Neil is a pedophile.
Well, he left. That's why he's not.
That's why he had to leave.
You're not a pedophile. What's all this then? Get out.
I don't know. Winston Churchill probably was.
Anyways, whores for people who like the door too much.
We can.
We need,
there's
we
more.
need
There's more.
there's a better one. There's a good one in here we're missing.
It's something that rhymes
And
with
there is
Columbine.
somebody who is screaming at us.
Oh, someone's real mad and they have it already. Well, I just saw your dog outside and I couldn't see the leash because of a weird angle. I was like, oh, the dog's gone. Kylie's there. Let's see.
Prostitutes to stop hullabaloo.
Hullabaloo. Oh, there's been a lot of hullabaloo in this county recently. This guy in a trench coat killed a lot of our children.
We're here
Some hullabaloo.
to mourn the hullabaloo at Columbine.
Yeah, I used to open carry, but after that, the hullabaloo with Columbine, it's just a pain in the ass now.
It's just not worth explaining. to
I'm real
everybody.
cattywampus over this. And
Boy,
let me
am
tell
I
you something.
kerfuffle.
Let me tell you something. Sandy Hook, they're bamboozling us. Those are crisis actors.
Oh my God.
Oh, get a fook to stop Sandy Hook is something.
Oral magicians for former magicians. Because anybody who has dabbled in mass shooting has also dabbled in close-up magic for sure.
If you're shooting people because you can't get laid, you went through a phase where you were attempting to use close-up magic to get laid.
And
yeah.
also NLP and The Rules of the Game by Neil Strauss.
Right. Is this your card? Yeah, but I don't want to fuck you. Is this your bullet?
Yes. Oh, well, now we got something.
Humped up chicks to stop pumped up kicks.
Nice combo. That's a keeper.
deep.
Put that one on the wall. Show me. Where's Steve
Show
Harvey
me.
when you need him?
Show me pumped up chicks to stop pumped up kids.
I was gonna say warm bodies to prevent cold bodies.
That's a good one. Holes against bullet holes.
Yeah, we're on a roll.
Oh man, I would have been great in Mad Men.
Open legs to prevent mass graves. Oh my god! I still like humped up chicks to prevent pumped up kicks.
Like, because there's someone who just now, because of me saying that, is like, is pumped up kicks about shooting?
And yes is the answer.
It is.
The answer is yes.
Faster than my
I
book.
gotta
The
do
best version of that is the
cut
cover by
downs
the
this
guy who
weekend.
doesn't speak any English and just does phonetic covers of it.
Nice.
It's great. He's done that song and several other ones, and it's better than the original.
I have to do cut downs this weekend. This sucks.
It's not that bad, man.
I've been spoiled by basketball.
Dude, if you don't want to do a cut down on Sunday, I will do yours and you can do my shit.
What
Because
do you
I'm going
have
to be
to do?
very hungover on Sunday. So.
What do you have to do?
Prep for studio. So you got to find video yourself, like for B-rolls, basically.
Could I use Clip Bro?
You can use the other thing. We'll discuss this.
Yeah, we got more mass shootings to talk
We
about.
got there's so much we can do with this.
Get in line to stop Columbine.
You
So,
know, it's something.
um,
First of all, the name of the episode is "What Rhymes with Columbine."
Yes. I gotta not forget. I haven't fucking posted anything. I need to. I might pawn this off on you and just hand you the SD cards and send you a packet of shit and just be like, if you could put this together, that'd be nice.
Fine. I don't have the programs.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm
Figure it out.
probably not going to do that because it'd be a fucking nightmare. It would take
Bust
you.
in Mind instead of Columbine.
Okay.
We're circling something. I feel like we're jabbing around the hole, but we're not.
Dirty hookers for Sandy hookers.
That's. I don't know why Sandy Hook makes me sadder for some reason.
Because it's younger kids.
I guess I was cognizant. Like Columbine is
Yeah.
in the past. I remember Sandy Hook happening.
Yeah. Columbine is like 9/11 for me. I don't remember it or really give a shit.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't affect me much.
I'm in a bad mood, so I'm just saying terrible things. So, sorry. I'll look back
7
on
minutes
this.
in heaven to stop 9/11.
Oh.
Because if those guys got laid, also they wouldn't. That's,
Yeah, no, still works.
the thing about the Columbine kids is I am almost certain, psychologically similar to Muhammad Atta.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I just said the red guy's name.
No hijabs to keep the Twin Towers if we're going to keep going down the Muslim
How does
route.
that help?
Less sexual tension because you can actually see women was my. It
God.
was a loose one.
All
It was a loose one. A little racist too. I don't stand by it. It wasn't very good.
I don't stand by any of these.
I do stand
Oh,
by
no,
it. Pumped up kicks. It's a pretty fucking good one.
What are the names of other?
Well, Sandy Hook, Columbine. I don't care. I'm just gonna. I'm in a pretty foul mood. So again, I apologize. Sandy Hook, Columbine, crisis actors, on-camera acting class 101. They actually shot that up. That's the crazy part.
Pulse nightclub. We could do something with that.
There was also that Ariana Grande concert.
I guess that's
and
the
Marine Bay.
I don't know this one.
The Las Vegas one, they shot up like a Keith Urban concert from the
Oh yeah, that guy.
was it
From the
Monterey Bay.
Yeah,
Monorail Bay.
that guy.
Monorails
I'm starting to believe was put up to that by the government. By the way,
to stop monorails.
running a train.
To stop the pain. I mean,
I guess. Yeah, there you go. Whose pain? Which unclear at this point.
D, all of the above.
What was that guy's name?
No idea. I don't remember mass shooters'
Stephen Paddock.
names.
Stephen Paddock.
It's bad that you remember.
That mass shooter is of interest to me. So
So
I'm pretty sure the government put him up to it.
why do you say that, you insane person?
I can't remember.
Alex
why
Jones,
That's fair.
Channel
He's right
Alex-
about a lot.
Channel
You know
your
what?
inner
You know what
Alex
Alex Jones is right about? Alex Jones knows that there is a room full of people in animal masks, fucking waiters, and watching people kill each other.
Yeah, it's called.
Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And he
Bohemian Grove.
snuck in with a camera and filmed them burning a giant owl.
Oh, he was the guy who released that footage? Alex Jones?
Yeah.
Well, I guess because he could be in there.
Yeah. And I mean, he's like every right-wing insane person. He's right about something, and then he has to be like, and it's the Jews' fault. It's, I know you had something.
You almost had. This one doesn't rhyme, but I like it. Taxes to prevent Bohemian Grove.
I think we should make them all do a Squid Game. Head game to stop Squid Game, I guess, is something. It's not what we're really doing, but...
Well, again, doesn't rhyme, but I like it. Guillotines to stop billionaires.
Guillotines for troubled teens.
Ah.
If kids are getting into like gang banging or drugs, we set them to building guillotines to kill the upper class.
Okay. And remember, we're being vague about it. It's just the upper class.
We're gonna kill them in Minecraft.
Mm-hmm. Back to mass shootings. I mean,
Fine.
we're off topic.
Said the cabal that runs the earth. I'm getting tired of natural disasters. Back to mass shootings. Then he presses a big red button, and someone greasy gets turned down by a girl.
Come on you to prevent Fox News.
That doesn't prevent Fox News, though.
Well, I mean, I guess they would report on it. Come on you to prevent bad news. Better.
Good news. I just came on someone, and I'm not going to kill all of them. Don't mention it then. Why'd you say that?
Now I'm more concerned.
Now I knew it was a possibility. I think if I knew a couple more mass shooting names, they happen all the goddamn time.
What's a gun that that rhymes with facials?
There's something there. Sex in the shower to not use a Sig Sauer, I guess. Some of these are pretty weak.
Admitting you're a queen to stop AR-15s. That's
There
for
you
the
go.
specifically gay
That's
mass
for the Pulse nightclub.
Is that they shot up a gay club or
That's
something like that?
yeah.
Well, that guy's gay. It is funny that the guy who shot up a gay nightclub, everybody's first thought is like, oh, well, he's gay.
You were struggling with some thoughts, weren't you? I think he was.
That
just,
is hilarious.
I think he was just the bad kind of Muslim, though.
Well, but a little bit of me still does.
I mean, maybe, but everyone always says that.
But wouldn't it be great for his lasting memory to be that? Wouldn't that be great?
No,
that's
we don't
how you
want
remember him.
Pedophiles and people that shoot us are not allowed in the acronym.
I get you don't want him, but the amount of insult it would be, like calling every slave plantation owner the N-word. Do you understand how mad they'd get? Do you get how mad they would? Also,
Actually, that'd be funny. Okay. Listen, if I was back in time and I was talking to a slave owner, could I say it to them?
Well, I mean, if you're
I could, because it'd be back in time.
You could say it.
Cancel culture hadn't been invented yet. No, I'm saying if I did that and then came back to now and talked about how I had done that, could I work on SNL?
No, Shane Gillis. You just reminded me of two very good bits. One is everybody says, like, you're a product of the time. You're a product of a time because back then you were a slave owner and stuff like that. Everybody forgets that a lot of people didn't like slavery back then. Namely, the slaves.
Didn't like. But there were also white people who didn't like it.
Yeah.
And, by the way, Thomas Jefferson said, like, slavery's barbaric, but I'm still going to do it.
There's also, there was another good one. Everybody always complains that there's no N-word for white people. It's just the N-word. Just call white people the N-word. They don't know what to do. They get mad.
But it's probably especially fun when they're like, you can't call me that, but I mean, it's not, you can't say that, and you can't to me, and it's not that it's an insult unless you use it.
If a black guy calls you the N-word, like as an insult, you would just freeze up like a deer in headlights. Just
I freeze up every time that's happened to me.
The oftentimes that I've been viciously called the what? There's one missing. Did you?
Fuck?
No,
I didn't sneak into.
No, I was gonna say it's over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I have been a handful of times been called the N-word. By black people, to be clear. So that, but
endearingly or insultingly?
I don't think they even knew they were saying
Neither.
it. They were just like that. It just they were saying, and I was like, that means more to me than it does to you. I think.
Whenever a black guy calls me the N-word endearingly, I break down and cry. I'll call my dad.
Guess what?
You know you're in when they say, you're one of the good ones.
That, by the way, invited to the cookout is just the black way of saying he's one of the
cool.
good ones.
Yeah, he's cool.
But like, he's one of the good ones is you're not supposed to say that one.
If you're white, you're not supposed to say
Yeah,
it.
no, that's what I'm saying.
Right. I didn't even say. Wee. What time are we
I
at?
do like 54. We can fill.
54.
What other racial slurs do you like?
$54 for whores.
A fist full of pussy. My favorite Clint Eastwood film. Clint Eastwood, the only conservative artist that doesn't suck.
A fistful of dollars to prevent a fistful of roses because you're dropping.
There you go. There you go.
That one was Neil Gaiman poetic.
I feel like I need to know the names of more mass shootings. Honestly,
I mean, really, I should.
to properly riff.
You know what the problem is? If you know too many off the top of your head, it's worse.
Yeah, no, that's. I'd rather be not as good as I could be at this bit than have that knowledge, prepared.
It pulls out a list.
I do know Stephen Paddock's name by heart.
Pulls out a list. You carry that around with you, huh? Just a list of mass shootings.
Something with Steve Scalise, the congressman that got shot.
Ooh, I got a good one.
Which
Sucking
was
dicks
bad.
to keep names off lists.
Oh, yeah. Dick tricks to lower statistics.
Oh, got him. This needs to be an improv game. All right, give us a horrendous topic and then a way to stop it.
And then you come up with pun. Okay, so
9/11, because obviously we don't do 9/11, and then a way to stop it would be better foreign policy. So better
Okay.
that's the new this. I'm making this an improv game.
yes, that you're bringing to places. No, okay, so better foreign policy
to stop
all right,
9/11 is the premise.
Yeah.
What rhymes with drone strikes?
I was gonna do something with box cutters.
No drone strikes to stop radicalized tykes.
Baby 9/11. It's like the Looney Tunes show where they're all babies, except it's like
9/11.
Muhammad Atta is like Lil Muhammad Atta was probably a character in Lil Bush. Remember that show on Adult Swim?
Oh yeah.
Lil Bush. Who was mad at Lil Lennon.
There was also
I don't know if it was good.
Lil Hitler on Robot Chicken.
Lil Hitler.
I got more.
A turd with some frost to stop the Holocaust.
Jesus.
That's
I'm still
no.
doing-
He doesn't have anything to do with this.
I'm still sitting on 9/11 and a better foreign policy.
5 or 6 guys in to stop Deepwater Horizon. I went back to have hookers, but now it's just that could be an improv game. By the way, is just how does sex solve every?
No Bush to stop Kabloosh.
No Bush to stop George Bush. Bush prevented 9/11. And by the way, Bush would have prevented 9/11. The fact that women started shaving their pubes, that's why capitalism happened like this.
Obviously.
Now, look at the PowerPoint. This is my friend Austin. You know what?
Staying out of Iraq to get the towers back.
Like if we
left, they'd rebuild.
All right, if you can keep from attacking Iraq for 10 years, we'll give you back the World Trade Center.
Like they took them. I mean,
That
a little
would-
bit.
100%. If they did a heist where they stole the Twin Towers instead of killing all those people, 9/11 would have been good.
Well, yeah, I mean, universally good. More good.
Yes, it's already an interesting event.
Studies should be done. God. There's more.
It's something about cranes and steel beams.
Oh, nice. God damn.
Cock warming to stop global warming. That one's not. That one's just okay. A lot of these are just okay.
Painting faces to save polar bears. I don't know.
That's Twinks and bears to save polar bears. If there's a large selection at the brothel.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I wish we could have stopped 9/11 with these puns, but we can't. So this is all we can do.
Trying to think of something to rhyme with Cheney.
I mean, his name's already Dick.
Kill Cheney for a better Irani.
What?
I don't know. I was trying to do something with Iranian or Iran. It's just a big whiff. What time are we at? I'm done.
We got 20 seconds until it's an hour.
19.
We got one more.
18.
One more. So give me something sex that rhymes with Drake.
God.
Big
Big mistakes. It'd be a mistake to fuck Drake. That's for you, stranger kids.
Millie, it would be.
You're being groomed.
You know what? Let's do grooming in the opposite direction, where we trick young girls into liking us, and then tell them not to fuck the other guy that was doing that. You know, it's sort of like those hackers.
Seems like a slippery slope.
No, this is like the guy from Catch Me If You Can, where he does the counterfeiting to stop the counterfeiting. Now you have to. We take advantage of the innocence of children to protect their innocence. Use the stones to destroy the stones.
Still feels
and
like
we got to
a little bit
mention
of a
Marvel a lot
betrayal.
because kids love Marvel.
Kellen. All right,
I bet you don't know anything about the Eagles, and that's okay. You don't have to impress Drake.
Bye, everybody.
Don't do it.